There is power in a story, and we all have a story. Our stories, if told, can inspire, encourage, and motivate. Hi, I am Rhonda, and welcome to the Book of Lives. Hi everyone, welcome to the Book of Lives. Today we're going to hear the story of a t-shirt designer and business owner. Littleton, welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, Rhonda. First of all, thank you for having me on the Book of Life. Um, what can I say about myself?
Yes.
Well, I'm introverted. As a result, I'm here, all bubbly with all butterflies, but I'm gonna try my best. Um, well, as you introduced me as a t-shirt designer, I have my own little t-shirt company. As you can see, I'm wearing one, as they
Nice.
say. So this one is I'm from originally from this little village called Pleasant. So that's where my origin is from. Since I was a little kid, I was always sort of fashionable, but my parents, they were not what you would call the most fortunate parents, but I had a lot of family, and in particular, I had two aunts, and one was in the U.S., one was in Guyana. The one in the U.S. is like she would send sneakers upon sneakers, and people used to think, "You're rich." I'm like, "No, I'm not." It's like, "This is my aunt, and she sends these things, and I'm grateful for her." And then the one in Guyana, she would just pick me up. She was like, "Oh, we're going shopping." I'm like, "Shopping?" She's like, "Yeah." I was going to the boutique. She was like, "Whatever you want, take." I was like, "Okay, thank you." When I even started going to university, she had one of the quote unquote hot cars in GT. So she gave me her car to use. So I used to use her drive her car to university. It was like, "Whoa, you driving that?" I was like, "Okay, okay. It's just a car." So I was always fortunate in a way. So I was always fashionable, and as a result of that, I was always in style, so to speak. And as a result, I always try to create my own niche, my own style, rather than be somebody that follows the trend, so to speak. So I guess that's where it all began.
So at what point did you decide, you know what, I have a talent, I have all these wonderful ideas, I'm going to open my own business? At what point did that happen?
Um, well, first of all, using this word talent is a very strong word. Um, I consider people these exceptional people. I just like look being unique. Even before I started doing t-shirts in Guyana, I used to you name it, I did it. I I I was a party promoter. I sold clothing. I sold t-shirts. Um, I sold gold. I sold cars. Um, if it could have been sold, I sold it, right? So, but apart from selling, I always like to like bring joy. It's for me. You know this old adage. It's like it's not about the money. I strongly believe that it's not just about the money. Because if you worry about the money or just chase after the money, it's like it's no joy, no satisfaction. You just be chasing the wind if you ask me. So it's all about seeing that smile on someone's face. And to me that is the greatest joy if you ask me.
Excellent. So tell me, what is the name of your business? How long have you guys been in operation? That sort of thing.
Well, the name is Legosco. Legosco has been in operation for almost 2 years. And it really started to take traction. It was basically in the back burner, but it started to take traction, as you know, when we all were locked down during COVID. And the name came up pretty funny because this was in 1999, 98. I used to be trading letters with a friend that recently migrated to the US. And he was like, "Come on, man, you gotta get with the technological age. Stop these letter writing. Like, get an email address." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go get an email address." And I typed in Littleton, that was taken. Typed in Scott, that was taken. I said, "You know what? All right, let me type in LI from Littleton, GO from Garden, and SCO from Scott. And that's how the name Legosco came about. And from the time I created that email, I was like, whenever I'm ready to launch my business, this is going to be the name, and this is going to be a brand that I think I actually like it, and I think people are going to like it as well.
Awesome, awesome. So your t-shirt designs are very unique. You know, you have very catchy phrases. Make money, don't make noise. We're not old school, we're just legends. Tell me, how do you come up with these phrases? Where does the inspiration come from?
Well, the inspiration, first of all, the t-shirt I'm wearing right now, as I said, I'm from Pleasance. The very first t-shirt I made, it's a Guyanese thing, right? It's a Guyanese thing. You wouldn't understand. This one got is a Pleasance thing.
Mhm.
You understand? I even had my school. Um, so basically, we're all, if I should use the word, quote unquote, nationalistic in a way. We always love where we're from, the school we went to, our country. So as a result, we all have this affinity towards it. So that's how I came up with that. I was like, this sounds good. It's a Guyanese thing. Then I was like, okay, it's a pleasant thing. This sounds nice. That's how we came up with that. But for instance, you said we're not old school, we're legends. Um, um, I'm just about that middle age. I'm not gonna call my age, but who knows. So we're always hearing this old school, old school. We're old. Well, I'm like, no. We're not old. We most of my friends, that I went to school with, that I grew up with, we're all doing pretty decent, right? So I was like, no, we're not old school. We've accomplished a lot. So we gotta consider ourselves legends. So
Yes.
we gotta tap ourselves on the back, so to speak. And the other one that you mentioned, make money, don't make noise. As I told you, for me, life, we're always being sold this narrative in mass media that we need this to flaunt or to show the world that we've made it by buying the fancy car, the big mansion, um, the lavish jewelry, so to speak. But what it's all about, you want to be successful. You want to be successful so you could do the things that you love in life. You want to be successful so you could actually help your family to make your family comfortable. So I don't think you need to be broadcasting that to the world, right? I think you just let your success speak for itself.
So most of your phrases come from just everyday interactions with people, your own thoughts, your own experiences.
Yes, basically interaction with people, my thoughts, my experiences, as well as customers who might actually request a customized design. So if they might request a customized design, I would ask them if it's okay if I publish it, if I put it on my site, and if they say it's fine, that I would use those as well. So
Mhm.
it's basically a community, so to speak.
Okay. What is your favorite phrase?
My favorite phrase, that's an overused, that's an old cliche. Um, live, love, laugh. Um, like I said, you hear it on a daily or a constant basis, and you're like, okay, whatever. Everybody hears that, but I genuinely believe that life is meant to be living because it's a blessing to have it. Many of my friends, in fact, my best friend, he passed away at the age of 24, and I never forgot that. It's we were he was finishing med school. He was doing his it's in Trinidad at Mount Hope Hospital. You know when you have to do the hospital. I can't remember what you call it. You know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
So he was like, I'm here in Trinidad. Come, let's go to Carnival. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. So when I got off the airplane at in the middle of the night, I got off that plane. It's straight into Fete, Trinidad Carnival. So every day is Fete, sleep, Fete, sleep, Fete, sleep. It was a lot of fun, but I did not see the island. And he was like, okay, don't worry about it. Come back summertime, and we're gonna actually get a good tour of the island. But one of the things that stood out there is there was a particular song. At this time, this was 2004. I'm giving away my age now. Um, 2004, And Rupi had the song "Enjoy Yourself Inside the Mask," because you don't know if it's going to be your last. And that was in February. I think he passed away another few months, and this was totally unexpected. So then a next friend passed away another a year or so afterwards, accident. And these were people that had so much potential, so much, such a bright future ahead of them. So I'm like, live while you have it, appreciate the people around you, right? Show them love, show appreciation all the time, and laugh because I think laughter is, as it says, the best medicine. If
Best
you kind of
medicine.
find, you can't, yeah, if you can't laugh at yourself,
Yes.
what do you do?
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So in this entire journey, what has been your biggest challenge?
Um, well, my biggest challenge is, as we spoke prior, my biggest challenge is basically myself being introverted and just to put a photograph online that was a big challenge for me. Prior to this, I had deactivated my Facebook account. I didn't have an Instagram account, and I would usually ask people when they purchase. I was like, can you publish a picture and tag me? I'm like, I'm the type of person I hate asking people to do stuff that I'm not doing as well. So the fact that I'm asking you, I have to come out of my comfort zone and do the same. All right. As the saying goes, sometimes you gotta come out of that comfort zone and in that position of discomfort so you could progress in a positive way in life.
Mhm. What lessons has this entire thing or process taught you?
One of the biggest lessons this has taught me is the fact that support comes in some weird and unusual places, right? It comes not from the places that you might expect, right? So support comes from, for instance, like there's an example of there was this dude, I see this dude every day. Um, so this one day I had on one of my t-shirts. He was like, "Oh, I like your t-shirt." I was like, "Okay, thank you." And after thanking him, I said, "But this is my company." He's like, "That's your company?" He's like, "I got a company." He's like, I'm gonna place an order for such and such. I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yes." And he placed a huge order. In fact, he actually placed another order yesterday, actually. So, and that was totally unexpected. I didn't even know he had a company, right? So, like I said, come from some of the places you least expect.
Mhm. That is so true. That is so true. Littleton, thank you so much for sharing your story. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me, Rhonda. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. Good. And for those of you who are listening, thank you so much. Until next time, stay inspired.